so that we know everybody who dies here has to meet up with Anonymous and Anushka later with new characters.
Like I said, I will remember you all fondly.
Well, of course you will. When the general shows up to kill the next town wearing Aerith armor. Is that Aerith armor a little bit redder than it was last time? I don't know. Is the guy riding a chariot with a horse on it? A horse head?
Oh, horse head. That's so wrong. It's very Mad Max though.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, like Harmon's head spiked to the end of a chair.
Okay, well, let's look at this. So we have in terms of the way, I think that's in terms of the general, we had Connor roll. He did not get any successes, so I think they're going to get a D8 advantage for their leadership.
I mean, do you want their leader to roll?
I guess they could roll.
See if they intimidate Connor.
See if no. They're just, this is going to be like self-contained. I mean, if there was a mission sent out or something to intimidate, then who knows, maybe.
Does 2 failures mean that they get a D12?
No, I don't think so. On a success, you get a D8 advantage. More gets you a D12. I think they're, If I'm reading this correctly, I think that means that you guys will have a D6 for this roll. They will have a D8 simply because they are.
All right, so just to keep track of things, we have 2 D6s, they have a D6 and a D8.
Correct. Cool. Okay, the next category is disposition. Disposition is a complicated matter, and it gives some suggestions. Disposition, I guess, is basically which side has better positioning and is better suited to the weather and the terrain. It gets an advantage die, and in this case, I think you guys would have the advantage being the defenders and being in, a fortified location.
And we are composed entirely of locals.
That's true. Everybody's got their local knowledge set and ready to go.
2d6, 2d8 versus 2d6. Wait, is it? Shit. Are you right? Someone writing this down?
Yeah, we need to write this down. I nominate someone else.
All right, hold on. Before we continue, let's see. Let me move this over here. On the way, that was what? D6, D6.
Yep, that's a tie.
On the general, that was D6, D8.
Correct. Yep.
And disposition, that was them on D6, us on D8.
I'm going to give you guys a D10 for fortification.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, the next section is logistics.
And then there, D6.
Well, this place might actually be better fortified than I thought.
Yeah, for just being an abbey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, clearly,
thick walls.
I think
thick walls, and again, it's an abbey that's basically in contested territory.
I would think we'd be tied on logistics, wouldn't we? Because we're on our hometown and they're a moving army.
I suppose so. I'm still reading the logistics paragraph here.
I mean, also, we kind of supplied them a little bit.
And also, at some point, I'd like to point out that, like 75% of Redwall takes place fighting in an abbey.
You are wrong.
Okay.
Like I said, we actively helped them with their supplies, but we are also in our own area, so we've got the supplies that we've built up. So
we supplied them with a diuretic, though, so they're going to need more water than less.
I mean, at the same time, again, they're a moving army on the edge of their own territory.
They'll do what they want.
Well, no, I'm just saying that I think we're probably tied on logistics.
I guess they are across the river. That may count for something.
Yeah, but this territory is also part. It's contested territory that we were allowed to build on, or something like that. So it's technically also considered their side.
Yeah. Okay. We'll give it a tie. I honestly don't think the wine is going to affect things at this level, and I think Theta makes good points there.
Just trying to be fair. I mean, like I said, I help nothing on a character level. So the least I can do is be fair on a objective level.
I'm actually loving this. I hope this is fun for other people.
And
because I
again,
think this is fascinating.
There's some tension. There's big dice pools being built up.
On the strength
side,
be a
lot of luck.
On the strength side, clearly they get D8 to D12.
Yeah, I think that's
You
probably.
got the advantage side, and then they have double us, and then they have triple us. So that's what a D6 on our side.
Yep.
So 4d6, d10 so far. They're at 3d6, d8. So they go to 3d6, 2d8, 2d12.
Yeah, short
Yeah,
of
now-
conscripting the town, I don't think we're ever going to win that one.
Well, some people stayed, but even then, they don't amount to a third of a 200.
Correct.
Now this is interesting. Under training, right? If you were training troops, that would give you bonuses. You don't think you guys really had the time to do that, and you're also, But it says here that you can, if you are participating in the battle yourself, if you're actually fighting, you can roll the appropriate combat skill. And brawling, melee combat, ranged combat, throwing, or supernatural. Dodge is not involved. To lend your own strength to the combat, so that's where you can contribute there, Harmon.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations,
what happens?
Harmon. You get to wade right in and kill everyone.
Yeah, but what is it?
Ooh.
If you actually...
And you get a bonus d12 if you wield a weapon or spell with the explosion, sweep, short, or longer, or group affecting properties.
Our
and
magic guy left the field. He's not here.
Yeah. But you've got your
I didn't
sweep,
have
right?
much for that anyway.
Well, his sweeps.
Sweep short or longer, yeah. So... but it's you yourself, so I guess they're going to roll, and then I'm going to roll my combat roll with a bonus d12 after.
Yeah.
Well, it's sweep short or more, not sweep.
Sweep short
close.
or longer. Yeah. I only have a sweep close. So not with a bonus d12, but I'm still rolling my normal roll.
Yeah.
So we'll just do that after whatever.
Okay, cool. In terms of just general training, I still want to give you guys the edge here. I think the avoirdupois will get a d8 and they will get a d6.
I don't know. Because again...
You don't think so?
No, because they're 200 people with trained soldiers and a general mixed into their bunch. We have maybe, 2 dozen normal guys? At best, I would think even.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm comfortable with even as well. I do want to give the edge to the avoirdupois, but I guess in this case, it's not going to be much of an edge anyway.
I mean, you're thinking like at the abattoir, like the Spartans at the hotcakes, right? Like
a little bit, right?
I mean,
yeah.
I could. I mean, if you want to do that, but you want to go like a D8, D6.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just change this 5d6 to a 4d6, D8, D10.
Can't wait to hear what these final numbers are.
And then there are. Okay.
The last category is morale. And whichever side has the higher morale gets the advantage die. Which side is that?
I mean, we're a bunch of ragtag soldiers and townsfolk that want to protect their town versus a bunch of drunken militiamen on the warpath.
Yeah, it's likely their side.
Well, you will remember they were turned down a blessing by a witch. That might affect the morale of the very superstitious.
And they might be because they asked for it. So, I don't know, tie?
They also don't have much to lose in this fight. They can always just, fail in retreat.
I mean,
it's not do or die time for them, right?
I mean, yeah, how into this are they? Are they like, yeah, we're finally going to do it? Or like, I was going to get paid. Or I'm here for the loot. I mean, what's their...
Yeah. It's it's definitely a mix.
It's like I said, it's the tax time. It's like, yes, our lord said I have to come by and fight. Well, I made a good faith effort. Now I'd like to not die and go home to my loved ones.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Are they treating it like I'm getting paid, or are they treating it like the Crusades? I'm here to loot and pillage.
I think they're being paid. I think for the most part they're not.
So you want to go ahead?
This is not a grudge match for many of them.
You want to go ahead and give it even then? Oh wait, actually, if one side is outnumbered 2-1 or more, the other side has better morale. Back to logistics then.
There we go. Okay.
All right. So D6 for us, D8 for them.
Yeah. And I think that's all the categories. So let's see what the final dice pools are.
We have 5d6, d8, d10 plus my fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Not fighting.
And Connor's fighting. Yep.
Okay. And then they have
that also include our tactics dice. The information.
Hold on, let's go back up here.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't include tactics in the role, no. Brawling, melee combat, ranged combat, throwing, or supernatural.
All right,
So
well,
I'm assuming just us.
I'm going to be rolling that for myself and my irregulars.
Well, hold on. Maybe they should roll first, and then we know what we're looking at. So we just put the thing in chat here. I don't know. Maybe we'll win. Once you said I can roll my shit, it's like I've got more D12s than their army does.
Yeah, right. I like it though. It's cool. I mean, and it's also
one elite soldier versus the entire army. You can do this.
It's very Dynasty Warriors, but I do like it.
But yeah, no, you want them to roll first, since me and Connor are going to be rolling our actual stuff. But don't want to get it all mixed up.
Yeah. Okay. So
go
I also, how do you think we should handle the irregulars? Are they all going to be making attacks?
Well, no, because they're not PCs.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So go ahead, Red.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
So I'm thinking you roll them first, and then us part, and then probably Connor goes next, and then I'll go after Connor.
Yeah. Connor, for your attack roll, take a bonus D8 that will represent your irregulars, because I assume that they're using them in a combat, which is sort of their given purpose. So when you do make your roll, take like an assist die from them. All right, I'm now going to roll for the invading Ryu army. All right, here we go. First off, 46. Okay, and then 3d8. And finally, 2d12. Okay, and the 4s are better. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 successes on their side.
Okay, you wanted me to go?
No. For next is the us part. The 5d6, d8, d10. Just to keep everything in line. And then you, and then me.
Yep, okay. I probably spelled harmony wrong, and it's written right there. But we're going to do it. Okay, so for us, this is 5d6, and then 1d8, and then 1d10. All right. And that is 3 successes, 4 successes. Okay, so you guys have a chance here.
That was the part I wasn't clear on. Is it the highest number, or is it number of successes?
Oh, I guess let's double check. Is it contested? I assume it's successes, but let's see.
I mean, it would make sense if it was number of successes, but I just wasn't seeing.
The winning roll wins the engagement. Oh, okay. Winning roll wins the engagement. Oh, so I guess it is like a contest. It's not like a resistance thing. At least that's how I'm reading it here, based on page 818. Which I don't actually know what the other page number is in Book of Horn and Ivory. It all comes down to this. It says the outcome. Okay.
Your opponents have to choose between retreat, surrender, and casualties.
I'm still looking at the winning roll. Wins the extra.
Major characters in the enemy section must soak damage as if wounded by the most common weapon in the section. If you achieve extra successes in battle, you can inflict... Yeah, so it's kind of like doing a scare stunt. Highest number, then the next highest that's not defeated by them, etc.
Well, I just beat their 8, so it's your turn.
Oh, I've been looking at the book this whole time. What was their highest? Their highest is an 8? And so your 9 so far is the success we have, and then I'll roll mine. I guess strength isn't going to count on this roll.
It's part of your attack, isn't it?
I mean, it is part of the attack. You could use it.
Okay. Of course, I had nothing. You know what? It's my favorite. I'm going to reroll that d12.
Go for it.
I had 2 d12s in this roll. I had 3 d12s in this roll.
Oh,
2 of them came up 1.
Oh dear. You do die in battle.
If
Oh,
the
it's
cancer wasn't
glorious.
enough proof, that's enough. That shows that God hates you.
Well, the fact you're saying God and not the light tells me that you're a blasphemer and a heretic, so die in the fire.
Yep.
There you go.
Die in the fire that's behind you.
Okay. All right.
Well,
so
still, we win.
you guys did win with a single success. So let's see what we have here. Prove dominance. Your opponents have to choose between retreat, surrender, and casualties. Sometimes the circumstances, like having your back to a river, will choose for them. Must soak the damage as if wounded, and if you achieve excess successes. Okay. I'm going to say that basically the end result of all of this is that you manage to hold the abbey for the period of about like an hour. This combat wages, and then they decide that they're going to fall back for now.
We're going to move on to the next town, where all the refugees are.
Well, luckily, so you guys hold the line, and
we don't have to kill all of them. We just have to make it not worth it.
Just not worth the casualties that they're suffering. And luckily for you, after a day of this and them falling back, you receive word that the Avoirdupois army is on their way. This is the forward messenger. They should be there within the day. So you're going to receive your reinforcements.
We performed a reverse Alamo.
Okay.
We won't be remembered at all.
We won't be remembered at all because we were successful.
I'm not gonna have a knife named after me. God damn it.
But yeah, so okay, that was really cool. That was very interesting, and I'm gonna I'm sure that's not the last we have seen of those rules because I actually really like them.
Yeah, I'd love to see this again. A set of heroic and highly elite soldiers fends off a more or less random militia.
Yeah, I also like that if we're going in with this rule set in mind, there are ways that you can affect each of these categories as players if you have like prep, like time to prepare. You could be training troops, you could be shoring up defenses, you could be like, seeding distrust in the enemy ranks and things like that. Like interesting things that you can play around with within this structure.
Oh yeah.
It's very cool.
I just don't have any of those skills.
Yeah, I mean that's the point.
Yeah, I do plan on picking up some leadership now that I have people to use it on that. With the PCs, of course, but now that I have more to use it on.
But hey, 2 in 1 stroke. That's 2 goals accomplished today, fellas.
Yep.
Yeah, like not too shabby. Not shabby at all.
I guess I come back after going back to Shaw the Soldier A saying tower down, Harmony under attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And by the time you get back, the reinforcements have arrived at Harmony and shored up their defenses. Shored up.
Sorry, I'm just thinking now that Anushka's motives for coming back. I've got that sword from Gaston, but I saw that Harmon had some pretty sweet armor.
You shall be remembered, Harmon. Anushka couldn't even fit. Like, that armor would be so freaking huge on her.
Too heavy. I'm a giant, which makes it bigger and heavier.
Yeah, yep.
She'd be better off with my armor anyway.
I just see the helmet. Just like the huge horse helmet. Donkey helmet. All right. Let me gather myself here for a second.
They retreated to where, by the way?
They're going to retreat back to their initial campsite up here.
Great.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Keep the dead air not from flowing.
Oh no!
Sorry.
No, my GPU just crashed again, so a bunch of stuff just freaked out.
Oh, good.
Sorry. I
So,
got distracted by that.
I mean, we have saved the day here. This is
Huzzah!
great. But now I have to ask, so how do we continue our investigation from here then?
Also, how far did the refugees get?
Those slavers are still out there, technically, even if Rodolfo isn't with
Yeah,
them at
so-
Is
this
that your
moment.
solution to how far the refugees got? Is the slaves
that's
still
it.
out there?
Might
Oh
not
no,
have
well,
gotten
the
far.
refugees are probably coming back here, so...
We can solve 3 problems in one stroke. Make a deal with the slavers, get rid of the refugees, come back rich.
That is one way to get rid of refugees.
That is.
What an evil plan you come up with, Griff.
Doesn't help with these slavery issue, but
As long as we get a cut.
But here's my problem, is that we don't seem to have any goals related to Rodolfo. In fact, my goal list
you
seems
do
to be
not.
empty right now. What to do?
Uh-oh.
We still have the goal to send a message to the syndicate.
Shh, I'm trying to get us more goals.
Nothing says we can't get more anyway.
Yeah,
All
we're-
right.
We're still alive.
I'm trying to encourage the GM to give us more goals.
Give us humor. Well, yeah. Right. So, first of all, I think that Colette, once she has helped get the refugees, I guess, evacuated and everything, she comes back. She's there for the battle. She saw how bravely you performed, Harmon, and in a show of unexpected affection, she throws her arms around you and she says, "Oh my God, you were amazing! Oh Lutera, right? Oh, by the light, you were amazing out there. I did not know that there was such a hero among us, and you truly have made a friend of the Cenobite followers. All of us here will tell the tales of you, the bravery of you and your friends."
I want to interrupt you because probably none of that is said. Because the moment she jumps up at me, I heft her into the air,
Ooh.
pull the helmet back, and do a V-Day kiss, Victory Day kiss.
Oh yeah.
I'm the sailor, she's the nurse.
Truly the most animate
thinking that
Harmon has
too.
ever been.
Doesn't look great though. I got no presents.
It doesn't look great. No one's snapping photos of this one. No, yeah, she's quite startled, but does not seem unwilling to receive this passionate victory kiss.
I mean, she's happy, she's excited, she saw everything that happened to me. I expected to die. So this is
Right? There you go. She's going to say, well, after the kiss has resolved, she says, well, oh my, yeah, she's at a loss for words. But when she composes herself, she says that she has further news for you all in regards to the Rodolfo situation. And when you have time to recover from your battle, she would be happy to relate this to you. She thinks that it's something that you could definitely lend your unique abilities towards.
What have you learned?
Well, this is the situation. Currently, she has heard that in addition to the Avoirdupois signal towers being attacked, there have been attacks on the Doloro side of the river as well. Attacks which have been lain at the feet of the Avoirdupois. Now, she's discussed things with her contacts in the nobility, and she believes that there were no such attacks ordered. She thinks that these town and village attacks have been staged in much the same way she thinks that the signal tower burnings have been staged. But she believes that this is the reason that the military force from Oroville has struck at Harmony. She says that the Baron, the Baron of the House Le Sémantieux, who is currently the one investigating these attacks, is the one that is laying the claim that the Avoirdupois are behind it all. And based on his recommendation, the Doloro have mobilized their militia force, and that this is the first of several attacks. At least Colette assumes, based on the intelligence that she gathered. Now, she says that the household of the Le Sémantieux are, as I mentioned before, they are stoats who are loyal to the Doloro, and that currently Rodolfo has sort of risen in the ranks. He has befriended the daughter of the household, and he is currently acting as perhaps sort of a military strategist of sorts. But she says that currently, due to the increased mobilization of forces, that there is there's a possibility that you could get yourselves into the noble territory of the Le Sémantieux without being noticed if you would disguise yourselves as mercenaries for hire. None of you are necessary. Well, not none of you. I suppose besides Connor, none of you carry the mark of nobility or of household. And she says that with your combined bravery, this might be a way to get yourselves closer to Rodolfo. And she believes that if you can find him and you can make him confess his crimes, that the war that is brewing could be stopped before it begins, before too much blood has been shed. What say you, Sir Harmon? She says, leaning on her newfound boy toy.
Of course. Pat her on the head.
What say the rest of you to this, seeing Harmon so easily swayed by his affections?
If we can stop a war before it begins, all the better.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, seconded.
She says, splendid. Now, Sir Connor, I know this is much to ask of you, and I mean no disrespect, but if you, I believe you would have a much easier time traveling on this particular mission if you would shed your noble vestments, your noble heraldry.
Very well. As long as I don't have to leave behind my armor, I could wear a simple white tabard for a white shield for a mercenary, and have a
Shove
new
it in your
buckler.
bag and don't announce it to people.
Exactly. Buy a new buckler, a plain one that has no symbol on it.
Indeed, that would work splendidly, and I'm sure that we can arrange something for you here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that she would offer you at this point for your mission. I suppose at this point we should probably talk about the actual phrasing of the gift, right?
Yes, the exact words. So
the goal,
the rules lawyer and me can weasel my way through.
Exactly. So now I have to be very, very careful how I phrase this.
Phrase it like you were giving a genie a wish.
Yep. Find yourself under the pile of
gold.
gold.
The definitions of what is, we shall find the following wish.
Exactly. Hereafter referred to as, all right. The goal that is she is offering you all is to let's just keep it simple. Let's say capture Rodolfo and bring him back to avoirdupois lands. Or turn him into avoirdupois justice. I like that.
All right, we have to change his morality so that he becomes the definition of avoirdupois justice.
There you go. Yep.
Wonderful.
That's yep. Use that negotiations roll, my friend.
Is Rodolfo a noble?
Rodolfo is not a noble.
Apparently,
So
he's
I
a
can
wizard.
bring him to justice.
If you can get your hands on him, I suppose. I think. Oh, you're right. So maybe that's not.
Well, technically, you
Maybe
don't
that's
have
not good
lawful
phrasing.
authority, if that's what you're talking about. Right? Or do you?
I have high justice as a noble. I can try commoners.
Yeah, as long as he's below you, but I don't think
Can
that's.
you? I don't think you
what was
can
the-
try commoners. I think you have high justice, which means that you're on a different court level. You're not.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
right.
You're not.
Okay.
You don't
Yeah,
have.
no, in the,
Yeah, you don't have lawful authority.
in previous editions, yeah, we had that. You actually have to have legal authority to be able
Legal
to arrest.
authority, not lawful authority.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, assuming it's we assume a legal authority is a lawful one.
Well, I just meant I'd had the name of the gift wrong. But yeah, you have high justice, which means that you're tried as a noble, not as a commoner. Not that you have the ability to try people. Although, again, you could kill somebody and then try to get away from it in the court of nobility. As
Yeah,
you
I
would
think-
a prostitute in Las Vegas. I don't know.
You're right. I think in this case, what was key to this goal is his conviction should lead to
A day in court.
yeah, well, really the revelation that this is not that this war is being manipulated, right? That these attacks are not acts of aggression, but that there's a third party involved
Okay,
who's
so
orchestrating things,
If we
right?
capture him and we turn him into court and that revelation is not made, we still fail. That's what you're saying.
Well, I think that's the impression. So if you capture him and turn him into court, you've succeeded in your goal, even if he doesn't convince anyone of it. But if you try to, deliver justice yourselves, that's not exactly the same thing because you're not convincing anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Either,
Ethical
or at least
justice, not street justice.
Yeah.
So let's keep the slaying weapons to a minimum. Anushka.
Hmm.
Hey, I have
Into the
buckshot.
kneecaps. Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, host.
Shoot him in the wings.
If I may, to facilitate that gift, you could give us for surviving this saving of the townsfolk. We could all earn knockout strike.
I mean, if we're making plays for the gifts that we want, increased career is also awesome.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
I'm just looking to
it's
not
going
have to
help
sell
us
back
do what
everything
we're
all the
trying to
time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you did use your career, didn't you?
I use my career
mean-
all the time. I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
Well, I was suggesting a gift that wouldn't directly help the build I want to make. Knockout strike doesn't really help a fencer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not really about knocking people out either.
I was-
Harmon's thing is that if you're man enough to stand up to him, you deserve everything you get. And if you run away, I'm not going to chase after you. I mean, you get yourself one shot.
Fighting Harmon is its own reward, right? Right.
If you think you can stand it, I'm here for it. If you're going to run away, you weren't good enough, and I'm not going to chase after you. I don't want to fight that I know isn't worth it.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to the knockout strike idea. I'm trying to think if there's a gift that I think better suits the defending a stronghold scenario
Well,
Counter
or
tactics.
evacuating people.
counter tactics, knack with leadership, or a knack with a skill that we used during the whole setting up of the battle and the tactics involved.
Insider with Harmono.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
too.
Or local knowledge of Harmono, since became intimately familiar with this place.
I do like that. Actually, you guys have spent a good amount of time here. I think local knowledge it's kind of bland, but it might be the one to go.
Ally Colette.
Ally Colette could also
I'm
work.
joking. I don't want to take her with. I don't want to put her in danger all the time.
Of course not. Of course.
This would be just the come back to Harmono to see her every so often thing.
Yeah, I also like the Harmono Insider with Harmono because you guys are definitely local heroes if nothing else, and that applies to everyone whether they were fighting or helping with the evacuation. So I think that's the one we're going to go with
For that goal, anyway.
for that one. The Wine Witch.
Turns out she was rich. Everyone get wealth.
Oh no. I'm pretty sure I had
we see the witch again, and they paid her like carts full of money. She said, "I'm rich, bitch." She flies off to her own thing, gives us all a cart apiece. I love this army.
Exactly.
Can't wait till they invade again.
Mainstream. She's broken into mainstream popularity.
See you next war.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Are we wrapping things up? We still have a half an hour to play, so
I can keep going.
I don't know. For some reason, we started going.
Started talking
gift
about
hand
gold.
out.
People
Yeah,
got
I was
very
thinking-
excited to get things.
Connor is
Gifts
very much all about naming gifts.
We also do have like an
Sorry.
easy in for what we're doing next time, which is figure out where exactly we're going and how we're doing it.
Oh, we're going right here where the square's at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, heading down
Squares.
That's
to-
literally the only goal we have right now, other than the syndicate. But that's all the way over here.
Mhm.
You can tell where
True,
my
that's
zoom
true.
out level is because I'm not clicking on it.
Yeah, that's your at the edge.
Oh, you know what? I have an
Still got room. Still got room in the goals list.
I had intended something along the lines of helping Norman redeem himself.
Well, that's
But-
always happening.
That's
Yeah,
been
we've
Wait,
happening
wait,
been
wait,
for a
wait,
working
wait,
on
while.
wait, wait. Give it to us. Give it to us right now.
I don't want to give you a free gift though.
Give it to us right now. Right now, we accomplished it. Give it to us.
We've been working on it the whole time.
Yeah,
well, no, because he was part of the
successful
defense. Yeah, so give it to us.
That was sort of where I was headed with the Norbert's gonna go do a suicide run, and then you guys kind of convinced him away from that. So
I mean, it's
Yeah, I
also
think
that
after
we
that-
were all there in it too. So if he's gonna make a suicide run, we would literally be right there next to him.
yeah. Okay. It goes against my hard ass GM instincts, but that was kind of what was intended at the time. Just because I forgot to offer it as an official gift.
I mean, in which case we would have
Memory
suicided ourselves trying to keep him alive so that we could get the gift, the goal for the gift.
Oh, that's true. I don't think goals should necessarily all be. I mean, they should mostly be attainable, but
They should
shouldn't
all
also
be attainable.
automatically.
They have to be
Yeah.
actionably attainable.
That's true.
I would hate it if you were giving us gifts knowing that we could never accomplish them. That's like make a die roll. You'll never succeed. Make it
No, yeah.
anyway.
No, that's quite shitty. What I mean specifically is like there's fail cases, right? Like if in this case Norbert is trying to prove himself to Raymond, and if he had somehow succeeded in redeeming himself through like individual action or working with a group, like I was sitting here thinking of this goal and thinking like I'm sure they'll come up with a way that this will work, and you guys basically did. I would say having him stand side by side and organizing this defense with you guys in like this elevated capacity, that is a way to solve the situation that wasn't a suicide run. So in that case, I think it works out fine.
I mean,
So we'll
even
do
if he had suicided himself, the thing is that Anonymous is a priest or whatever, which is attend the funeral. Anonymous would say, "Oh, he really redeemed himself there at the end. Boom, accomplished."
He's dead. I can say whatever I want. And he can't disagree.
I
Right?
believe I can speak without fear of contradiction.
Yes, by the light of Sulamar, he has really redeemed himself to us all. Boom.
Boom.
Said that in front of a whole crowd. He's a
Goal
priest. It's
accomplished.
accomplished.
So yeah, luckily though, he didn't even have to die. And yeah, I'm gonna say that he has managed to re-ingratiate himself into the signal guard. Raymond is impressed that he didn't turn tail and run, even when they were hopelessly outnumbered, and he begrudgingly accepts him back into the fold occasionally. I'm just throwing these gifts at you guys left and right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys don't mind wrapping it early,
Yeah, we could just do some discussion.
I would rather wrap early than try to force something into it, especially because the next thing is going to require a lot of thought.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so let's do that then. We still get to do our debrief and discussion though.
Did you actually
And you
award
guys
us?
have a lot of goals that need to be gifted.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got a long list, and my next 3 are all increased career.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah, let's see. The Norbert one is the interesting one to me because it's it's a very specific person that you helped out.
Ally
I would
Norbert.
give-
We each get our own Norbert.
Everyone gets a copy of Norbert the Ally. I would give knack for leadership for that one actually. I think that's
Wow.
a situation.
Skill
guys
I don't have. Awesome. Sold back 5 XP.
No, the knack actually gives you 1 mark in it for free.
Cool.
You'd get it.
Cool. Skill I don't want. Selling it back 5 XP.
I need it, so I'm taking it. I get D12s now, I think. Or no, I get a D10.
Well, let's see. Leadership typically works off of what? Mind or will?
Will.
Wow, it's my second worst stat. Good job. Alright. Pushes me up to 6 XP total.
Okay, so that's one thing.
Okay. And now I guess the most obvious approach for the
Wait. Which goal was that, by the way?
that was for Norbert. That was for helping.
What was the wording of that goal?
The wording of the goal was to help Norbert redeem himself and rejoin the signal, or be reinstated into the signal guard. Help Norbert become reinstated in the
Help
signal
Norbert
guard.
redeem himself. Got it.
There you go.
Sorry, I keep track of all the goals accomplished so far.
That is good. That's a good way to be. Now, yeah, in terms of the Vineyard Witch, I think would Insider with the Blessed. Would that be interesting to people?
I guess
Think
apparently
about it.
she was one because they were asking her for blessings.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
word passes around. So yeah, Insider with the Blessed works for me. It's very appropriate.
It's another
Again,
5
the way
XP.
the way the game works is, yeah, a lot of these will be like, things that have questionable utility on them, but we sell them back for 5 XP, so who cares?
The statement I made earlier. Good, bad, I'm the one with 5 XP.
Yeah.
So yeah, since we have a little bit of extra time,
Well, what about the other goal?
are we still missing a goal?
Defend Harmono from invasion. Defend the people of
No,
Harmono.
we got local knowledge of harmony for that.
Okay, did we? I didn't know if any of that was in stone. I thought we were all just talking out loud.
No, let's make it official. I think that makes the most sense for that particular goal.
16 XP.
Boom.
I'm sitting on 12, so I get to choose a new gift, which I'll have to think about very deeply.
Increased career.
Yeah, there you go.
1 down, 2 to go.
There you go. Yeah, so I'm wondering, I know that a lot of people have really theory crafted their characters, and there's been a lot of discussion about it in the chat. But I wonder, like, I kind of want to ask the where do you see your character in 5 years type question. Because for some people, I don't know what you guys are thinking.
I am a sellsword. You see me on the next battlefield.
Come back with your shielder on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess I'll have little boar babies. I don't know what Colleen is.
Boar,
Colette. Yeah, so
Colette.
I guess I have little boar babies. No, sorry, I forgot. I'm a mule. No babies. Never
No
babies.
babies.
Just a
Now
lot
you
of
could
fun
adopt.
trying.
There's always adoption.
I
what
guess
about-
technically, and she does work at an abbey. I call my son Matthias. Here's my sword.
I am that is.
That's my new motto. So I can say it at a wall, so the echo will travel for 15 years. And my little mouse son can repeat it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta get better at making riddles, though, first.
Anushka was always conceived as a support character, and as you can see, she's very good at that. So, it's also, I've played a lot of these characters, so I wanted to play one I haven't played in a while.
Mhm.
So I didn't have any long. Sometimes I have a long arching goal, but I didn't actually have one with this character.
I like how you are playing her kind of reactively. Like, I feel like from inheriting Gaston's blade and the guns, and I feel like she is turning into a character that makes sense within the context of the kind of game we've been playing. And that's pretty cool. I find that interesting.
Yeah, I see Connor here eventually wanting to get married, settle down like his father did, because he's gone and made his fortune at arms. Now he's going to make his fortune on noblemen, like his father used to. Probably after he dies, he'll do all that settling down business and become head of the family again, as he should. I mean,
yeah, that is something. I think Connor is a very interesting character here. I feel like he has become the center of a lot of the drama because of his station. And I think that his motivation is definitely good. He's striving to do the right thing and to, be the change he wants to see in the world, which I think is good. But there is that puzzle piece to him of for someone who already has a lot going for him, it's interesting that he puts himself in this much risk.
Congratulations, Ark. God said that you were good.
yay! That means I can do whatever I want.
That's how it works originally.
I mean, up until you thought that thought. I mean, also, I want to throw out there that Harmon does have that whole backstory element that could be part of the 5-year plan, but as I've stated before, it's really just an Easter egg sort of thing. It's like Hartman doesn't say his last name because he does have one, but it doesn't. Even if it, what I'm saying, no, because even if it comes out, it doesn't mean anything, right? It's so backstory, lore, Ironclaw history sort of a thing that, and the fact he's a mule, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. That whole no offspring thing.
Yeah, so even if any of that came to pass, the people that it would involve would just look upon it, and it's like there's no value in it. We can't back him as a thing, so it doesn't matter. I mean, in a 5-year plan story, it could be a thing that would come up, but it wouldn't matter. It literally would not matter. It's just an element of backstory to be a cool Easter egg.
Yeah, it is a cool Easter egg too. Griffin, I'm curious too. I feel like this is the first time your character got to do the get paid part of his motto, or at least right?
Yeah, this is a character I made up in the middle of a session, so that it has no direction is kind of obvious. And the anonymous gift is perfect for just kind of going, I'm gonna slip out and just start doing my own thing, and no one will ever know.
Right? No one will know.
This character's destined to fade into history here. But as far as what he's personally after, getting some money, living well, doing his thing, following orthodoxy and just going, hey, life's meant to be lived. I'm going to get lots of money and enjoy it. And also, all these people here continually decide to put themselves on the line to save people. There's really no better place to be right now.
Right. I mean, you could be saving anybody, and most people probably wouldn't be that worthy of it at the end of the day. These guys seem to be trying to do good stuff for the most part. Well,
and they get me more work, which means I get to get paid still.
Yeah. I guess one of the questions is, and I mean, I think this is probably borne out in the way that the game has gone, but they met you in Bourget, the Doloro city. You obviously have been involved in a lot of avoirdupois affairs right now, but I wonder if the Doctor considers himself part of the Doloro nation or not.
That's probably a good question. He might consider himself a native, but I mean, his loyalty is to people who are injured first.
Right. Cool.
And
Cool,
all
okay.
that happens around us, either with us, or to us, or from us.
Yeah, literally the first thing he did was attach himself to Anushka and go, "No, bed rest, bad."
She just keeps serving with joy, man. Can't stop her. Speaking
And
of
I guess
serving
as
with
far
joy,
as like build, I really don't know which way this character's going. Gonna have to think about that.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool. It's fine to like build off of what's been going on. You have had opportunities to heal people, but that doesn't have to define you either. You could be more than just a doctor. You could take
Yeah, I got investigation and
cartography.
negotiation and other things underneath the hood. And obviously, if I was like there doing leadership alongside Connor, that also would have been a great thing to do.
I do love the suggestion. You don't have to do healing all the time. You could always, and then Red Rabbit's brain, something else that's boring. Cartography.
Yeah, expanding into the academic side of things where everyone here is obviously maybe literate, but not that well read.
Can't read.
Probably might be a good idea. Because I know it's Rafferty's favorite thing to go to the Hall of Records and go look something up. So being at the ready to do that is always a good idea.
Harmon is well into the Goku school of learning. I've learned with my fists. I can't read or drive a car, but I understand fighting.
Yep.
That's why I'm a sellsword. Oh, and I remember back when Rafferty ran for Lord Cat back in the day. Still remember that whole line of people there to get a bounty reward. And he asks the guy if he can read. He goes, how do you know even what this guy's name is? Cut through the line so quickly.
Yep. All of a sudden, you're like, damn, one gift I shouldn't have retrained.
You got me there. Well, no, Lord Cat's character was asking people if they could read, so that they couldn't even get through the line with the bounty, because they couldn't read the bounty. It's like,
yeah, he was really into it. I appreciated that.
Yeah, I still remember it because it was so funny, but so true, right? You can't even read this fucking thing. What are you doing here?
Yeah, that's the way the game worked. Ironclaw's a little weird that way.
Weird but wonderful. Okay, let's do mottos, and then we can wrap it, right?
Right.
I'll start with Theta. Once again, your motto and how you think things went today. I'll apologize up front for not knowing the rules about large-scale combat. Things took a direction.
Hey, it's weird.
Hey, we also got to show off a book that doesn't really come up that often so far.
I love to surprise people.
It's the book that is the cover of the stream that we're doing, and
Jade's Tale from there.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I honestly really like that approach. As with most of the approaches that I think Ironclaw takes when it comes to mechanics, I'm like,
good.
Yeah, I'm enamored of it. I think it's a cool way to. It takes the narrative into consideration, and the mechanics support that in a way that is also fun and interesting.
I mean, yeah, if you've joined the Sanguine Discord, you can hear Rafferty rant every now and then about how. Yeah, because often you'll see gaming where people tell you like, oh yeah, it's a role-playing game. You can just express yourself, but then you like have to fight the rules to make it work some way, or the rules are working against you. And we've really worked very hard to make sure that the more you know about the rules, the more it informs your decisions. And then, like even today, we're also being like good sports about it. Of like, yeah, I don't have the necessary skills to advertise stuff or fight in a war, but that doesn't stop me from trying to participate. It's just, but that's the kind of character I am. I'm with things I'm good at, I have big dice in, and things I'm not good at, I don't have big dice in. And so, that works together hand in hand.
Yeah. Yep. And it means that when the scenarios come up that you do excel in, you can feel really good about excelling in them because you know that you gave up cartography to do that.
Or you can feel really bad when all your dice come up 3s.
Or you can roll them in and then fail anyway.
But it happens.
But it happens, and that's fun too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Except to use all the rules. knowing I'm gonna get killed for using them.
So yeah. So anyway, apologies up front. We did a little bit of on-the-fly learning today, but I had fun. Theta, I hope that you enjoyed the game. Why don't you remind us of your character motto and let us know if you think you got to play to it today.
I'm stronger, and I'm always stronger. Literally, I don't think I've ever encountered anybody in the game who's stronger than I am.
Well, not yet, anyway.
Well, I hope
We're
to.
gonna have to point you at Della Vega.
I've already said it multiple times. I want to get in a one-on-one fight with my brain just stopped working.
Vaslov, you said, right?
Yeah, Vaslov Jakoba. For some reason, I'm about to say Vasquez because you said De La Vega, and my brain just started going to Spanish names. I was like, what?
Nice.
Yeah, but no. I want to get in a one-on-one fight with Vasquez. God damn it, my brain! Working with me. Vaslov. I want to get in a one-on-one fight with Vaslov. I want to fight the strongest man in the world. I mean, look at any of the NPC sample characters. Anywhere. Even the other Supernauts. Vaslov is the strongest, most adept man in the world, and I want to fight him. I have the Goku syndrome, right? There's a strong guy. I want to fight him.
Fight.
It would be. I think. I mean, I have the confidence of a drunk man stumbling out of a bar. I think I can take him.
I can take him. I can take the king.
I think I can.
He's strong. He's not even wearing chest plate armor.
I just need the opportunity, which means, getting him alone, which means I need at least 3 other people to distract and fight an army. That's all.
That's all.
But yeah,
cool.
I guess that's my 5-year plan right there for you.
Hell yeah.
Somehow fight Vaslov Jakoba in one-on-one combat.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like it. I mean, he's a major player in the game too, so who knows?
Strongest man in the world in all the books. Even the Pirate Queen Supernaut does not stand up to Vaslov Jakoba. I got my sights on the mountaintop.
So who's Marty Stew is Vaslov?
That is a question.
I mean,
totally Marty Stew.
He's also my favorite NPC character of all the lore and everything like that too. So.
Cool. Okay. Well, hey, how about? You think you guys have played to Connor's strengths today?
Yes. My motto being one hand washes the other. I tend to do favors for people, and then they turn around and surprise me with favors. Like I'd say the whole scene with Norbert where convinced him out of killing himself, and he actually proved to be an asset.
Yeah, no,
I helped him and he helped us.
Yeah. Totally as a perfect example. You guys already know this, but I didn't say it, so I'll say it now. If you do think that you managed to play to your character's motto, that's an experience point. So it's definitely one for Theta and one for Arcloid. Griffin, how about you?
Hey, first do no harm, second get paid. Oh, there's a war? Let's just evacuate. Let's not fight.
Wait, did we get paid?
I don't think anyone was going to pay you for anything.
Here's the
we
thing.
did drop advertisements intentionally on an enemy force and improve their morale, specifically in the thought that we might get paid for doing so.
I just want to mention earlier, Red mentioned that your motto was something about getting paid. And you said, "Oh, you totally got paid today." I'm like, wait, I just thought about it now. Did we get paid?
You did make I mean, you did sell. You were kind of like selling. That's not exactly the same thing as getting paid.
I still did my best to try to get paid.
That's true. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to make a trip up to visit the Wine Witch, maybe she'll, I don't know, maybe
she'll have some free wine.
A favor later that she gave us insider.
Yeah, I mean
she promised a stupid witch crap.
Maybe
that's
she'll
not as good as getting paid, right?
Maybe she'll give you a bunch of samples that you can go out and then sell on your own and keep a cut of. You guys will become wandering wine merchants.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Harmon wanders around with a giant, cask of wine over his shoulder.
Yes. So on one shoulder.
I'm stronger.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I make it a point on being on the good side of the witches.
Yeah.
I hear they can curse people.
Well,
I mean, the good side is the backside. That way they can't see it coming.
All right, and I think that's everyone then.
Finally, Rafferty.
There we go.
my motto is no fear and serve with joy. So yeah, I was happy to go ahead and do these flyers and like. So you want me to go to the enemy camp where there's a huge army, about 100 people, fly over them and drop flyers?
Yep.
Sure.
Probably get shot in the
Why
process, but
But when the actual war starts, it's like, guys, I'm just going to go tell headquarters because I'm just going to get killed.
yeah.
And it's not that I'm afraid; it's that I'm also not dumb. So, yeah.
Hey, you're a messenger, right? I need you to
Yeah.
fly back to Connor's home city and send a message. Who you ask? The Syndicate.
Find the
That's
syndicate.
where you deliver that. Hello, I have a letter here for Crime Lord.
And then as soon as
Crime Lord.
This wax sealed message is labeled Syndicate? What do I deliver that to?
Red Rabbit is told that yes, Anushka is doing this, he'll tell us, everybody else, you get the goal of rescuing Anushka.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you guys just got a new goal. Congratulations. Rescue Anushka from the syndicate. Okay, well, I think that's everybody. Everyone gets XP for playing their motto. I'm sorry the game was a little bit short today, but I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too.
Don't forget
And,
the XP for the debrief. Everybody got that too.
Mhm.
Yep, XP for the
We
debrief
just
as
have
well.
to do that before the mottos as well.
And yeah. And I think that's everything. So I will let you guys prep for your next game and say thank you for playing.
Yep. Thanks for running. Thanks everyone for being here, and we'll
Yeah, thank
catch
you.
you all next time.
Thanks.